dip it in some hot mac sauce.
It's allegedly playing the theme song
right now.
Allegedly. It's not going to be a good show. I think we should just be quiet and let the listeners listen to the theme song, because that's really going to be the best part of the whole show. This is the part where I shut up and let the listeners enjoy the theme song. Because otherwise I would be robbing them of decent entertainment.
Robbing them of the experience. There is more production value. You did it again. You've upheld my broadcasting standards.
It's going to be clipping. It's going to be clipping, but I'll fix that in post.
If you're listening live, you can suffer along with everybody else in the chat. You can join the chat. I think if you go to freethinkradio.com, I think there's a Discord button, but I don't think. So you can't trust me on that. I heard a rumor that if you click on the show title at freethinkradio.com down the schedule, it takes you to the room on the Freethink Radio Discord. But if you can't find that because you're too lazy, just, reach up. I dare you, right now. Reach out with your hands. Both of them. Okay. Extend your fingers, stretch them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One guy didn't do it. If caller 23 is listening, I bet you he didn't do it. He didn't put his hands up and stretch his fingers out. And I would hope that somebody's standing next to him calling him out on that. And so now, caller 23, because I know you're listening, because this episode is the one I told you to listen to. You have to raise both hands, extend them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foot, stretch all your digits out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you get on the web browser on your phone or your desktop computer, and you go to discord.timefortheshow.com. You join the Discord. It's that easy. You click buttons, and miraculously you've made it to web 3.8. It's all rounded edges, no sharp corners here on web 3.8. It's a soft, welcoming place. That's what Hypercube has been working on for so long, and that's why I'm so glad that Super Sphere Industrial Military Record Empire has taken up the helm at broadcasting Time for the Show, upholding the rigorous broadcasting standards implemented by my grandfather on some island somewhere. We didn't hear from him much, coincidentally. So here we are now in the future, and we're broadcasting from, well, I guess because we're not broadcasting from Orlando, which is the future capital, according to Fidd, of the former Spanish Empire, because we're broadcasting out of St. Augustine, which is not a city outside of Moscow. Fidd, what is St. Augustine in the realm of the former Spanish Empire, or as I like to call it, America's California, Florida?
St. Augustine is the dog turd that we have in the mousetrap of Florida to catch spicks.
And Polk County is the linchpin.
That's right, everybody. You are listening to Time for the Show, the last episode of the year 2020 year 22. What year is it again?
The second year of the 220th.
I don't know, because
7 annals past an ecliptic repertoire. It's a galaxy-sized menage a trois. It's like an eon and a half. Actually, I think you can calculate an eon, so that's not funny anymore.
It's gonna be a bad one because Pease is not here again.
Nope. Willingly not here. We didn't even tell him that he couldn't show up. He was just like, no, I don't want you to show no more.
But also, of course, it's a Monday, and I happen to have off work this Monday, and you know what that means.
Enjoy yourself. Do time for the show.
I slept in until about 1:30, and then I immediately started drinking, and that was about 10 hours ago. So 9.5. So you're not going to get anything out of me tonight, Dr. Fox. I think this one's all on you. I'm just going to twist these knobs, work these boards. I'm just going to make sure you sound good. But when it comes to content, oh, buddy, that's all on you tonight. This is your time to shine. This is your time to show everybody that you've got it. That you've got the it factor.
Do I has what it takes to host time for the show?
That
remotely?
Is the question that our viewers are asking themselves. And they can text yes to 469-798-2147-4863647 for a yes. And if they want to vote no, they can text no to 3-1-4-8-8-8-8-8-8-4-1-8-8-8-8-9-8. Ha ha! So yeah, it's gonna be crazy with all the votes coming in. We're gonna keep track of them live and offer commentary as they come in. I'm not gonna repeat those numbers. I already said them once, but
Wind the stream, play them again.
Just rewind the show and text.
You can do that when you listen to freethinkradio.com, the interactive web entertainment platform.
Can Fox do it? Can he handle the show on his own? You know what? Actually, I forgot. You texted me the show notes again, Dr. Fox. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was completely prepared to hold off on my own because I had show notes, and so I was set. I was ready to go. You were gonna pull one over on your pal and buddy, Dr. Fox, thinking, oh yeah, he's gonna have to do time for the show and he's gonna be completely unprepared. I've never done that, and I hold it against you. I hold you to me. I hold you down.
Well, it's time for my favorite part.
I hold you in contempt.
This is where Dr. Fox occupies the audience while I grab a beer. Take it away, Dr. Fox.
Fidd truly has a drinking problem. It's not that, it's not like Airplane. It's not like a Abraham Zucker's bit where he can't get the glass up to his face. He splashes it all over himself. It's not even that he's drinking too much. It's that he's really not drinking enough. The fact that we have to stop the show for any amount of time for Fidd to be able to get up, walk across the room, grab a beer, pop it open. Oh no, we found out that Fidd has ascended the ladder in beer snobbery as he was freebasing Budweiser, king of beers, last week with his twist-off caps. And so I believe that begged the question, do you feel like you've earned that beer? He's down to Budweiser, folks. These are hard times. This economy, right? This economy, Fidd truly has a drinking problem, and we can fix that. You can do so by sending cash donations to Hypercube Labs, P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793. And with your donation of only $18 a day, will help keep someone like Fidd Chuli, and most likely Fidd Chuli, from crawling around anywhere fewer than 6 beers in. This is just a maintenance kind of issue, you know. Fidd is about maintenance. I'm about upkeep. You know, it goes hand in hand. He maintains, I keep up. Simple as that. P.O. Box 4304, Winter Park, Florida 32793. We now return you to Time for the Show, already in progress.
That's right.
That's where I throw it over to Fidd. That's where I'm like, I'm done and I'm not going to do anymore. So Fidd, now you do a bit. That's what that part was.
Well, the entire show is in my hands because you did the dutiful duty of composing the show notes for tonight's show, and then you emailed them to me. And I just recovered my password for my email account and pulled those notes up. So let's do it. Let's do the show. What do you say, buddy?
Prove it.
All right.
Are you going to read out the show notes like you did last week?
Of these notes? Yeah, I mean, I figure let's just read the show notes line for line and get this done, and we can go home and we can play Nintendo.
Ooh.
All right. So here is the show notes. Line number 1 says bleep blorp. Line number 2
That's
says
time
for the show 204. Line 3 says Fidd, do not read this part on air. Line number 5 says Fidd, read this on air. Line number 6 says TFTS relay 122622. Line number 7 says Dr. Fox is the prettiest Nazi. And you know what? I kind of agree with that. Look, I've met a lot of Nazis, and I got to say, Dr. Fox is the prettiest one. He could pass the easiest of all the Nazis I've met, and that's not saying a lot.
I look good in the uniform.
Line number 9 is blank. Line 10 says Cube News.
Oh, yeah.
Line 11 is blank,
notes.
and line 12 is blank. Wait, what happened to the Cube News?
Those are side notes. Those were side notes. I didn't have those because last week you asked me about the Cube News, and there were no cards for me. I didn't have my cards. Now I have to get back to that. Are we doing Cube News? Let's come back to Cube News. I'll have to get the cards. What's going on? This week at hypercubego.com, the website is still linking over to the Fundly, and I appreciate somebody, I believe it was maybe long, I'd have to look. Somebody was looking at donating to the Fundsly for Time for the Show, the movie. And I believe that goes to the Hypercube PayPal. So if that's something that you wanted to do, you can. Otherwise, you can use paypal.me/DocFox. However, we're in the editing phase. We made it out there, and we're back. But funds that come in that buy me packs of cigarettes. Oh, it's good to go. Tomorrow is my big editing day because my wife, Priestess *6, is going to preoccupy our child for an entire 24 hours while I work further on the movie, which is looking good. And it's made me feel better because there's nothing worse than like watching yourself try to do something. And Fidd, I think you and I were talking about that a few weeks ago, and that's how we got with like Time for the Show. It's like, we have to fucking listen to ourselves. But Fidd listened to like at least 45 full episodes all the way through and normalized and listen. Those are the 2-hour time for the shows. So coming through the movie, I'm laughing, and when I show clips to people, they're laughing too, and I'm feeling much better about this. It's been a stressful situation, but the movie is in the process, and then the stuff that Fidd, you might have seen in the secret Time for the Show, the movie Time for the Movie group chat, of those special effects shots that Dr. Cosmac is working on. Those are incredible. And this is a movie that we're really trying to celebrate practical effects as much as we can. We're trying not to phone so much in editing software and post-production. This is a really cool movie, and it's looking good. I need to cut a trailer together. Maybe I can do that once I finish Act 1. I'll work on cutting a trailer together. And that's Cube News for now. And the Patreon, I have to pull up the Patreon, because we have shout-outs that we haven't done for people that have been Patreoning, and I think everybody should just get a shout-out for sticking in this long. But definitely I need to make sure that gets taken care of. So we'll have that at the end of the show today. And that's Cube News. Fidd, what did you do for St. Swithin's Day?
Well, as you know, I take St. Swithin's Day very seriously. I actually had to take a dump, and I refrained from doing so until midnight. I felt kind of guilty. To be honest, okay, I had to take a dump. It was Christmas. I had to take a dump, and I pinched about half of the loaf off, and then I realized the sin that I was committing by taking a shit on Christmas, and I said, no more. And I clenched, and I held the second half of that turd in my colon, and I waited until midnight to let it out, just so I wouldn't be doing so on Christmas. Now, here's my dilemma. I don't know if I cut it off before halfway or after halfway, because that's what's going to determine if I go to hell or not. And I think I caught myself. I think I'm good. But it was dangerous. I could have taken more than 51% of a shit on Christmas. And, if I did that, I don't know how I would have been able to live with myself. It's such an important holiday to so many people that to take a shit on that day, it just seems disrespectful. But I think I caught myself. I caught myself about 48% of the way through the turd, and then I pinched off, and then I waited until midnight. I set an alarm on my phone for midnight, and then I ran into the bathroom and released the rest. So I think I'm good.
Nice. I'm literally trying to pull up the list of the Patreons, because we have people that jumped in and out. Let me see here. It says subject key change.
Well, line 11 of the show notes is blank. Line 12 is blank, and line 13 says P's O box. I think that means viewer mail.
Yeah, to maybe the uninitiated, sure.
Okay, everybody, hold on to your nuts. It's time for the show. Viewer mail. All right, the first one is it says, "Dear show, who makes the Made in China stickers? and that's from Hugh Jass of Neo Baltimore. Okay, come on. Hugh Jass. Really?
Progressive City, Neo Baltimore. What was the question again?
The question was, who makes the Made in China stickers?
Oh, man, I'd have to give that to Pakistan. India's Mexico.
Yeah, but who's China's Mexico?
China's Mexico?
I think India is China's Mexico. I think India is China's Mexico, and then Pakistan is India's Mexico.
Mexico.
It kind of follows the Himalayas.
If you're not from here, you're a Mexican. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you're not from here, you're a Mexican. More like Mexican. Know what I'm saying? We're really laid it heavy for the Hispanic Latino communities tonight, aren't we, Fidd?
Well, no, I think Hugh Jass from Neo Baltimore brings up a good point, because what if China outsources all of their Made in China stickers to Bangladesh? And so it's a bunch of people in Bangladesh making stickers that say Made in China that were made in Bangladesh. Do they have to have a subprint on the Made in China sticker? Like Made in China in big font, and then in fine print, Made in Bangladesh.
That's the ring around the text. If you actually go in with a magnifying glass, it says Made in Bangladesh along.
Bangladesh is Laos, Mexico.
I was going to say, what if China just sent them over to... What if they were made in Mexico?
And interestingly, Vietnam is its own Mexico. Ever since the treaty.
I was going to... Well, I guess you can go with that. I was going to say Korea. Korea is its own Mexico. But, yeah, we'll go with yours. Vietnam is funnier.
All right, dear show... How did Fred Savage's R-Tard brother know to get the secret flute in SMB3 in the movie The Wizard? That one's from Shu Goomba of Italy, Japan.
Oh, the noodles there are great.
Wait, that's a reference. What's that movie? That was the movie where they had the power glove, right?
Because it's so bad.
Shameless product placement by Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, the whole movie's like a Nintendo commercial. And you have Fred Savage and his Wonder Years looking ass. He's the star. He's like a badass, like 13-year-old with a bike that his parents let him take out into the neighborhood unsupervised. You know what I'm saying? But he's got to hold tight because he's got to look out for like Rain Man Jr. Like I think and they have to cross the country to get to a video game tournament. And I guess they're doing that somehow. And the kid is able to use his Spurg powers to beat like every video game in the world. And that's when, you know, like Fred Savage is making like killer money because he's like pimping. He's like little Epstein Jr. over there with Rain Man Jr. He's pimping this kid out. And then he gets to Los Angeles, gets to go to Universal Studios, where they're having a giant video game competition. And then at the end, you know, it's like, oh, you know, this kid's so smart. He knows every game. He throws everything out. He whip Lucas's ass, that punk-ass bitch with the power glove. Take this Mattel and shove it up your plastic ass. We don't need it. We don't need it. He can beat any video game. And the host says, we're going to come back. We're going to play a brand new game. Super Mario Brothers 3. And they all turn around and they're like, what are you talking about? A new game? How are we ever supposed to know how to do this? You know, all hope is lost. And yet somehow, Spurgo is up there on the console, and they've got the big mega hyper screens. It looks like if Hypercube had money, it would just be 3 Nintendos on giant screens. That's all it would be. Caution stripes and flashing lights everywhere. And the kid flies up in the fortress, and he goes over the little thing, and he gets the magic flute. How does he know how to do that? How does he know how to do that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a brand new game. He doesn't have the latest issue of Nintendo Power laying out all the tips and strategies for them hot young pros. How is he supposed to know? Just instinctually, I'm just going to get a raccoon tail and fly into the ceiling and get this secret item. It's bullshit. I think it's absolute bullshit. But I can't explain it. I can't explain it canonically. I can't give the movie its credit and come out with something soluble to it. I feel like that movie in itself is the ultimate secret tip. It's like, hey man, that's pretty cool. How did you know about that secret fucking whistle? Oh, I saw that in the movie The Wizard. You know, with my nigga Fred Savage, and they'd be like, dog, I didn't see that movie. Like, well, there's 13 copies of it over at Blockbuster Video. Why don't we get on our Razor scooters and roll our asses down there and pay $17 for a video game rental? Yeah. Did you ever see that movie?
No, but I think all of the people that took part in creating the laugh track that I played underneath of your rant saw that movie because they seem to get it.
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Line 31 of the show notes is blank. Line
Film
32,
from the 80s about commercialism and child exploitation. Who would have thought?
I don't know. I don't understand line 32 of the show notes. It's just a number 4 and then 2 forward slashes, and then line 33 is blank. Line 34 says blind eyes.
Does it?
I think so. I think that is supposed to indicate that we're supposed to do the blind eye segment. Which, again, I don't know how many times I need to reiterate this, is not a call to action, okay?
It's peaceful.
We're just saying,
discussion.
Look, we know that there are terrorists out there that are going to commit horrific acts. That's beyond our power.
Out of our hands. Nothing we can do.
Now, this is just where we say if said terrorists happen to attack these people that we're about to enumerate, we would turn a blind eye. Who's your blind eye, Peas? No.
It's okay, you can think about it.
Apparently it's himself. Wow. Peas is so dedicated to the show.
Takes a big man. Takes a big man.
Really, I mean, he's so dedicated to the show that he became his own blind eye victim. And not only just said it on the show, but followed through by allowing himself to get struck by a hijacked 747. Now that's dedication. Good job, Peas.
Big step up. Just shit your pants, Peas. Just shit in them. That's all you have to do. Reclaim your birthright. Shit your pants. Wear a kilt. Who's your blind eye, Fidd?
My blind eye is white lesbians who play quarter notes on djembes. Okay, look, it's Monday night. There's a bar that is 100 seconds away from me. I mean, you've been there, Fox. You visited me. We went there.
It's like 108, but yeah.
It takes me 100 seconds to walk to this bar, and they do open mics on Monday, and they offer free beer if you play in the open mic. So that's why I'm, not in the best condition on Monday, because Monday night is also time for the show night, but it's also white lesbians playing quarter notes on djembes nights across the street from me. So how could I resist that? But
now for our less musically astute listeners, the students, can you take them through the Juilliard School of Music and introduce us to the djembe? Because I was completely unaware of the djembe until Fidd Chuli introduced me to the world of white lesbian power couple djembe duet jams.
All you need to know is the djembe is an African drum. You can get low notes, mid notes, and high notes out of it. You can do all kinds of pops and bass notes and all kinds of shit on this one drum. And I got to tell you, I've never felt blacker than watching this white lesbian who shows up every week play quarter notes on the djembe. And the quarter notes just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's like, it's a fucking djembe. Come on, let's get a little wild.
Let's make this djembe a jambe.
Right? And nope, not if you're a lesbian. Apparently, if you're a lesbian, you get a pass.
She's only doing that to warm up her wrists.
I've never felt more black. I've never felt more black than getting angry at watching a white lesbian play quarter notes on a djembe. You're totally... Look, I'm white too, and I can black it up a little bit better than what you're doing. You know what I mean? Come on. It's cultural appropriation, and it's not even my culture. I'm getting offended on behalf of another's culture just because you're fucking it up that bad.
Do you think she fists her partner in quarter notes?
Yeah, because they have to make it last.
Don't want to blow your load too early.
Yeah, you don't want to blow
when you're knuckle fucking
your knuckle load too quick. Yeah. My trick when I fist a lady is I spray Ambisol. You know that shit for like when you have a toothache and you spray it and it kind of like numbs your tooth? Yeah, I spray that on my fist before I punch a lady in the cunt. Just so that way I don't blow my load so quick.
I use Deep Woods off. It has like a protective film. Desensitizers. It's a unique burning sensation.
Yeah. It works great against your girlfriend's slutty best friend.
Say yeet to deet.
I could have used some of that. You know why I'm going to hell? I actually...
Oh, deet infection.
You can't spell deep without D. I could have used that. It's a true story. I had a girlfriend with a super slutty best friend, and one thing led to another, and I fucked the best friend, and then later on I fucked the girlfriend again before even showering. So I transmitted the vaginal goo from the best friend to the girlfriend. Look, I'm not proud of it.
Now they're slime sisters. It's so much deeper than a blood oath. Bonded for eternity.
Well, you know what? I don't know if they know that yet. Maybe I should send them a Christmas card.
Yeah, congratulations.
Merry Christmas, by the way. I fucked you while my dick was covered in the slime of your best friend. Happy holidays.
Happy holiday.
Happy holidays. Your slutty best friend, now you have all the diseases that she has. Congratulations.
Also your best friend, PM. Love me. Oh, Fred Savage did that too. It's okay. It's cool.
Who's your blind eye, Fox?
Oh, people that call things made out of aluminum tin. Like when they say, give me a piece of tin foil. It's like, no, I'm not living in like 1950s Britain with asbestos lining my walls. It's aluminum foil. And it's not aluminium either. You know, it's one thing that we have to tolerate an entire country that sounds like they're chewing on corn on the cob all the time. I'm sick of it. Go bow to your king or whatever. Curtsying pansy ass motherfuckers. We saved your ass in World War II. You owe us. But no, tin. It's not tin. It's aluminum. So if somebody, you know, because I'm not saying that I know terrorists listen to freethinkradio.com. I don't know why anybody associated with criminal acts of mischief would associate them with a group that is pronounced free thinkers or anything like that. Like anybody in some sort of militia or underground organization or secret society or mobilized hate group, if they were listening, that if they were to take a bus to the airport and hijack a plane and slam it into people that call aluminum foil tinfoil, don't do that. You know, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not telling you to do that. You know, it's radio. That's just the fact of the matter. And but if they were to do it, Fidd, I'd look the other way.
All right, you know what? Now that I think about it, I have another blind eye. Guys that tuck in their shirts. What the fuck is that?
Shirt.
Well, I mean, give me one good reason to ever tuck in your shirt.
Because you've got piss on the bottom lapels.
Alright, I said to tuck in your shirt, not mine. I'm the one that pisses my shirts on a regular basis.
.com.
Look, it's like, what is it? Are you cold? Are you chilly? Is that why you're tucking in your shirt? Just fucking untuck it.
It's a security issue, you know. And I can appreciate people that tuck in shirts that were never intended to be tucked in the first place. You know, like people with t-shirts, like, you know, if we were to go down to the other bar, it's like 215 seconds away from where you live. You know, there'd be a lot of people there sporting their t-shirts tucked in. They'd be short, you know, they're in their cut-off jean shorts. They're in their Birkenstocks with their fancy socks. Birkenstocks are open-toed shoes, by the way. And they've got like their big dog's t-shirt wrapped around the basketball-sized goiter of a stomach that they have. And there's just this perfect just tautness of the cloth, the textiles, the tautness of the textiles wrapping around their bulbous throats at the bar. Tucked in. You know, that's maintaining. That's maintaining. Be proud of who you are. Show them off.
No, don't be proud of what your uncle did to you. I mean, when I see a guy walk into a bar with his shirt tucked
He
in,
wasn't my uncle.
I just go, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Why do you need to try to envelop yourself in this false sense of security of tucking in your shirt? Why are you so uncomfortable? Why do you feel so insecure? Who touched you? Who was it?
Yeah, a tucked-in shirt is like a hug around the waist. Yeah, I would definitely agree with you that it's probably a security issue. These people don't feel like they have any control in their lives. The least that they can do to reassure themselves is tuck in their shirt. But you want to save them, don't you? You want to be a hero to these people. You're not trying to turn a blind eye to these people. You want to help them, which is disgusting.
You know what, Dr. Fox? Maybe the reason I want to help them is because I want to tuck in my shirt when I go outside, but I don't feel comfortable doing it, and maybe that's why I don't go outside so much, okay? Because I know people are going to look at me, and they're going to see that I tucked in my shirt, and they're going to know that Uncle Kevin did things to me, okay?
Did you want to read the paid copy?
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think that's next in the show notes.
Are we still on Fidd wallows in self-pity?
Line 34 is blank. Line 35. Oh, it does. It says paid copy. Okay.
It's important that we do this.
All right. Yeah. Sorry to stop the show, everybody, but we got to handle some business here. All right. You tried stand-up and bombed. Your sketch group has all gone to rehab. You can't get through a knock-knock joke without somebody doing a bit about internet doorbells. Face it, making people laugh is hard work, but it doesn't have to be. Now even you can bring hearty guffaws and belly-breaking laughter without ever having to write a tight five again. Introducing the Jimmy Fallon School of Improvisational Comedy, a 34-week e-learning program that shows you how to evoke guttural giggles from scores of glassy-eyed Cro-Magnons willing to pay exorbitant ticket prices to watch you and a group of 17 open mic holdouts play Duck Duck Goose for 2 hours. Learn how to circumnavigate, quote, traditional principles like setups and punchlines by simply acting wacky and behaving like a spastic teenager desperately trying to convince their parents that their new lifestyle choices are completely sincere. This patented system was developed by the late-night virtuoso and hero to millions, James Beauregard Fallon, in response to massive demand that he reveal how he is able to command stage and screen by constantly impressing his A-list celebrity guests with his lightning quick wit and dynamic prose. Learn fantastic techniques. Damn it. I'll fix that in post. Learn fantastic techniques that will propel you to the top of the comedy empire ladder overnight, including overreacting to everything, playing social media challenges, stealing the moment, feigning embarrassment, slapping furniture, ruining Weekend Update, executive brown-nosing, blackface, TV VCR repair, endorsing Ponzi schemes, enabling child groomers, or get your GED. You won't believe how successful you have become when standing on the necks of your predecessors, just like Jimmy. Act now and get our free companion book, Ring Finger, How I Nearly Lost a Digit to My Home Countertop Despite Abusing Set Pieces for 15 years. Don't delay. Late night television won't last long. Order now. Participants in this program are held liable for their own hate mail.
That's pretty good. That was a nice warm-up. Maybe we should do it one more time.
Really? Because I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it
Yeah,
one
well,
more time.
you've gone through it. You know where the balance is. You know where the hooks are. You know whatever copyright monkey that they have down there in the pasta factory that is NBC Studios. They type their little fingers hard on this. Let's do it for the monkey, Fid. Do it for
All
the
right.
monkey.
Well, it's 10:45 p.m. and I started drinking at 1:30 p.m. So I'm pretty in the bag, as they say. So even if I
You're
get
all
like a 90% accuracy rating, I'll be okay with that.
the
But
whole the whole
we have to get paid
45
here.
minutes, yeah, and the whole 45 minutes of the whole show, it's just been warming up for this moment. This is your time to shine, Julie.
Well,
You've earned
here's the
this.
thing. The viewers, they're not going to want to hear the copy twice, but they're not supporting us enough. They're not giving us enough money. So we're going to have to defer to Magnavox here, our sponsor, who is actually giving us a decent chunk of change. So you hear that, viewers? You don't want to hear this anymore? Crank up those donations. Where can they do that, Dr. Fox?
Patreon.com/hypercube, where I got the list of names from. So we're good to do shout outs. Why don't we do the paid copy one more time, and then I'll pull up the shout outs for this week.
All right, here we go. The following message is a sponsored communication. You've tried stand up and bombed. Your sketch group have all gone to rehab. You can't get through a single knock knock joke without somebody doing a bit about internet doorbells. Face it, making people laugh is hard work, but it doesn't have to be. Now even you can bring hearty guffaws and belly breaking laughter without ever having to write a tight five again. Introducing the Jimmy Fallon School of Improvisational Comedy, a 34-week e-learning program that shows you how to evoke guttural giggles from scores of glassy-eyed Cro-Magnons willing to pay exorbitant ticket prices to watch you and a group of 17 open mic holdouts play Duck Duck Goose for 2 hours. Learn how to circumnavigate, quote, traditional principles like setups and punchlines by simply acting wacky and behaving like a spastic teenager desperately trying to convince their parents that their new lifestyle choices are completely sincere. This patent system was developed by late night virtuoso and hero to millions, James Beauregard Fallon, in response to massive demand that he reveal how he is able to command stage and screen by constantly impressing his A-list celebrity guests with his lightning quick wit and dynamic prose. Learn fantastic techniques that will propel you to the top of the comedy empire ladder overnight, including overreacting to everything, playing social media challenges, stealing the moment, feigning embarrassment, slapping furniture, ruining Weekend Update, executive brown nosing, blackface, TV VCR repair, endorsing Ponzi schemes, enabling child groomers, or get your GED. You won't believe how successful you have become when standing on the necks of your predecessors, just like Jimmy. Act now and get our free companion book, Ring Finger. How I nearly lost a digit to my home countertop despite abusing set pieces for 15 years. Don't delay. Late night television won't last long. Order now. Participants in this program are held liable for their own hate mail.
Man, I hope they pay us twice.
That's how
That
we
was
get
good.
them.
Yeah, that was great.
Read the copy
Fantastic.
twice.
We're professionals.
That's how Trump made his millions.
Yeah, and Jimmy Fallon loves Donald Trump.
All right.
That's the end of that sentence.
Line 49 of the show notes is just a bunch of equal signs that scroll across the whole page. Yeah. Line 50 is blank. And line 51 says, Sub Genius Court.
Oh, well, we're kind of short someone to really have an effective subgenius court, aren't we?
Yeah, because according to line 51, Pease is supposed to be here.
Oh, wow. It's like even in the script, Pease is supposed to be here.
It says Pease and Fox must appeal to Judge Fidd. One must defend an idea, and the other must oppose. And then there's a note at line 56 that says either continue to hold Pease liable for charges from the previous weeks, or, and then line 61 says pick one of tonight's topics. Line 62, the reintroduction of indentured servitude in the West. Line 65, statutory vape laws, vaping in areas only designated as non-smoking. And line 67, the annexation of Kansas City. Wow, there's a lot on the docket.
I've been watching a lot of Night Court.
Who's your blind eye?
Blonde white women from 80s sitcoms. They're all exactly the same. They should have just gotten one person to do all of them instead of creating this entire industry based around the exploitation of blonde women in television as complete failures in their lives in every aspect. Just get one, and that way more women could have felt incomplete. Let's do it for the women. Please. Thank you.
Hey, guess what I did? I let the music bed completely run out, and then it was just totally quiet underneath of us for I don't even know how long. So
you're God, you sound like me, man.
It's okay, I'm playing it again.
Running the show is hard.
Well, it's hard when you have to talk and
when you have to do the show. I know.
When you have to do the beds and the sound effects and
when you're,
the show, and you have to
when
talk
you're
at the same time.
Producer, engineer, host.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly difficult position. That's why Joe Rogan has, Jimmy off to the side. Jimmy, put that picture of that monkey stretch his asshole open. Put it up on the big screen. He's got Jimmy. Jimmy's pushing the knobs and the levers, he's doing all the work. But fuck Jimmy, you never see Jimmy. Fuck Jimmy. He doesn't even deserve to be there. Joe Rogan should master his own levels. If he's such a brilliant mind, of course he should be able to maintain his own levels during the show. The Joe Rogan Experience doesn't even have music beds. Whatever.
Yeah, no, he cheats by being interesting.
But you know who doesn't cheat? The people that donate to patreon.com/hypercube. And this goes back to when Hypercube got 9/11 back in May. This is everybody that was supporting us then. Several of these people are now. But I want to make sure that these people know that I and everybody here at Hypercube, and I can't speak for Supersphere. In fact, I won't. But thanks to Reverend Loch Ness of Rubik's Cube, who also Rubik's Cube did the new Time for the Show intro theme song. It's kicking ass and taking names. Appreciate that. Subject T Change and Homegirl Agnes Beef, our female identifying Discord moderator at discord.hypercubego.com. Big Bob South. I got to have chicken dinner with Bob today. That was nice. Michael Marcus also still subscribing. Appreciate that. No longer supporting, but was Oh Crap Guy. Appreciate that, Oh Crap Guy. Agent Lloyd. And if Jen's there, hi, it's Jen. Long Dead, still supporting. Scalpod, and Scalpod did all the memes before I got all mad at him one night and I chased him off. Scalpod does all the memes that I still retweet. Hazel the Windmills, when we do the video time for the show, the music and the intro preloaders and the visualizers, that's Hazel the Windmills, who did another, I believe, did another November beat. So check out Hazel the Windmills on YouTube. And check out Subject T Change on YouTube and watch some talking about books, a YouTube video show where some nerd talks about books. And then Caller 23, you can catch What the Fuck Did I Just Show? Sundays at what time, Fidd? Do you know what time What the Fuck Did I Just Show comes on Sundays?
11 Eastern.
And then a repeat
plays at like 1 or I don't know.
Executive producer and #1 leather boy, Dr. Cosmac, and Apostasy X Fenord, which you need to check out Apostasy X Fenord's art page. And she also has a Patreon. Check out the Fenord on Patreon. And these people, they donate money to Time for the Show, and it keeps it running. It really does help us do things, especially with the amount that's coming in. You know, Phil, you had the long phone number to text at the beginning of the show, but we do maintain phone numbers and other things like that. We do the Discord Nitro for moderation and the boosts and stuff like that. That's $13 a month. And then there's the phone numbers. You can dial 321-CUBE, CUBE, 888. It's 321-CUBE, 888, and reach the Hypercube hotline. And then the Minecraft servers, I don't think anybody is playing, but they're still up. And everybody's goofy block-built bullshit is still available in virtual Legoland at the Hypercube Go Minecraft servers. And the rest, I'm able to put towards the space that I'm able to make the t-shirts and stuff out. And I dropped a bunch of t-shirts off when I was on the road with Fidd and Dr. Cosmac. And I dropped some off with Agnes. I could have mentioned this in Cube News, but Agnes Beef is a real artiste, and Subject T Change, he helps. And I dropped off a bunch of Hypercube Don't Think t-shirts that they've done some super cool psychedelic bleach tie-dyes to, and I'll be figuring out what I want to do with that. And when you go to the Patreon, you can get a couple of special posts and secret shows that we've done over the years. And there's something we were talking about with Peas in Las Vegas was trying to do more stuff exclusive to the Patreon. And I'd like to do that. I really gotta work on this movie. I gotta be a good boy. I gotta earn my brownie points. I gotta work on this movie that my friends worked really hard to help me put together. So I gotta do that. But in the meantime, we've got goofy stuff lying around that we could easily put up on the Patreon. And I appreciate everybody that listens to the show, Dr. Ellis and Martha Arthur for running freethinkradio.com, and all the hosts and all those goofy ass sub-geniuses that still support us. So thanks, that's the shout outs. And I think that leaves only one part left in the show, right, Fidd?
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the show.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
It's where I get to go play Nintendo.
Oh, you're not gonna do line? I don't have the line numbers. You don't have the line for Proving Grounds?
Oh, that's line 81.
Oh, we're so close to my favorite line.
All right. Line 81 says Proving Grounds. Line 82 says Alabama newborn shares birthday with both parents.
Also shares 3 chromosomes.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Line 85. Florida deputy breaks up fight between hawk and snake.
He gave up on the snake when he realized he couldn't put his knee on its neck because it was too long.
Line 87. South Korea lifts ban on imported sex dolls.
They can now leave the Made in China stickers from India on the sex doll.
Line 88. Louisiana's newest legal sport, noodling.
Has less to do with male anatomy than you think.
Well, hold on a second. Was noodling previously illegal in Louisiana?
Is it one of those things where is it illegal or is it not legal? You know, what was the status of noodling in Louisiana? Because where I come from, we called it catfisting.
Where I came from, it was, you know those water wiggles that you would hold in your hand and they would like fall out of your hand? Because they would like fold in on themselves and then...
Yeah, Victorian masturbation sleeves. Yes, I'm familiar with them. I mean, I've seen them. I know of them.
So, when I was like 12 years old and I first discovered masturbation, I was also in daycare. And I went to daycare and they had a bunch of toys for all the daycare kids. And they had a water wiggle. And I fucked the water wiggle because it was like, well, look, I'm not going to get any pussy anytime soon, but this is obviously a step up from my own hand.
You put the child in child predator, Fidd.
Well, look, I didn't make the kids play with it after I fucked it. I just threw it back into the toy chest, and then it was up to God who played with it. But I do remember one time coming home from school.
I'm gonna pray tonight.
I was in like 6th grade, and I remember coming home from school and then going to the daycare, and the only thing on my mind was that water wiggle. And I was like, oh yeah, when I get home, you're mine. I want to teach you a lesson. And then
take it with you into the ball field.
Well, I mean, look, when you're 12 years old, like that's a very tempting instrument.
Up at water wiggles and shooting at ball pitches.
Yeah, and then
what meds were you on at that age, and where can I get that?
I thought I locked the bathroom door. Okay, but I did lock it, but I actually didn't close the door all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
you remember exactly. It's amazing how you can remember how you fucked up at such a young age. I hold that dear to me.
Some like 4-year-old kid in a diaper like pushed that door open while I was teaching that water wiggle a lesson. And I was like, I freaked out because I thought I locked the door, but I didn't actually, like, the latch didn't go in.
You freaked out, yeah.
Yeah. And then the lady that ran that daycare, she was like, I have to have a talk with you. And I went, oh no, this is probably about the water wiggle. And she said, and she started off by saying, I have a bone to pick with you. And I went, oh no! And it turned out to be something completely unrelated to me fucking the community water wiggle.
While she was talking to you, where was the water wiggle? Because I'm hoping that you still had it in your hand.
It was in therapy. It was at its psychiatrist's office. But what she really wanted me to talk to me about is the fact that I climbed into her dryer and got somebody to spin it up while I was inside of it. And I was so happy that that's what she wanted to talk to me about instead of me fucking the water wiggle. I was like, oh, yep, that was definitely me. That was definitely me. I definitely did that and nothing else that you would find repulsive.
And I apologize for the bottom of my heart. You'll never hear anything about me again.
Yep.
I am on the straight and narrow. But I might wiggle here. So was that in California or Baltimore?
That was in Baltimore.
Okay, so yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I'm sure all those other kids in that daycare grew up and lived very productive lives. So it's okay. It's fine. Oh my god, apparently the time for the show theme song just played underneath of us. And it was probably really loud, judging it where the volume dial was.
That might be good. That might be a good thing depending on where it's stopped.
No, it was bad. It was bad. Like, because I was like 12, so I was like one of the oldest kids like in that daycare, and yeah, it was basically on the school bus home. Like all I could think about was that water wiggle. It was just like,
I know you were waiting for me.
Yeah. I
immediately opening the lid to a toy box. Hey, baby. Did you?
I immediately got back. I was like, nope, no homework today. I have to go to the bathroom really bad. They really have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. And then I failed. I locked the door, but I didn't like latch it. And some little fucking kid in like diapers like just like plowed through, and I went, ah! Yeah. It took me
in the eye. He didn't just look you in the eye and go, keep going.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It took me at least like 2.5 hours to be able to recover from that and be able to fuck that water wiggle again. I had to go back in for extra innings.
I deserve it.
Because after that, it was like, look, I know I've already been in here for 90 minutes, but I'm going to have to go back in again for another 90. I don't get a lot of fiber in my diet.
And when you close the door, you yell out at every kid in the room, and not next time!
Yeah, and you know the worst part about it is I only used like Dial soap. I just like sprayed Dial soap into the water wiggle.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, which led to a lot of flaking.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not usually the best idea to use a concoction such as. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm speaking from experience here. Like if you're just figuring out how to do what you need to do, like you need to do it, you know you need to do it. Don't use like antibacterial hand soap because that is a great way to discover the world of jock itch.
But actually, you know, at first it doesn't seem like a bad idea, but
it still doesn't. still doesn't seem like a bad idea. I mean, here's the fun part. Like when I was like 13, I had to use like antibacterials. So that's all we had. We had like Dial soap at home. There was no Jergens. There was no all the luxuries the kids today have now. Like, do you have any idea how much effort we had to put in just to masturbate? It was work. You had to earn it. And kids today, they'll never know. They'll never know. This move a mile a minute world. But I would like lay over the bathroom sink with like some hot water, and I'd use the soap, and I actually like chapped my testicles to the point that you know when you get a sunburn and you start to peel it and you try to get that big piece of skin. I was able to do that. I was able to, because this was secretly a gift, and I was able to remove one giant bleached skin cast of my scrotum, and I was able to keep my loose pocket items in it for about a week before it dried up and splintered.
Yeah, that is the deal with the devil that you make when you jack off with Dial soap, because like while you're jacking off, it's like, oh, this is perfectly good lube, but then what happens is you you don't wash your balls, and you just let that residual, like whatever's left over of the soap after you're done jacking off, you just let it like soak into your junk, and it dries the top layer of your skin out, and then
I know.
Yeah, and then like a day and a half later, you can, if you're really careful, you can peel an entire sheet of skin off of your nuts. That, like, if somebody committed a crime, if somebody committed a murder and the only piece of evidence they had was a nut print, they could peel your scrotum, the top layer of your nutsack off, and compare it to
Michael
the nut
Jackson
print that they had. Yeah. Which actually, at first, that seemed like inconvenient. That seemed gross. It's like, oh my god, my nuts are peeling. But then, when you continue to jack off with the Dial soap, because that is all that there was.
That's all you have.
Then it became a sport. It became, okay, let's
gonna
see
figure
how
this shit
big
out
of a piece I can peel off. It, like, without, like, breaking it, So
it's like a Japanese game show.
But but you tried really hard. Like, you would lay there and you'd like put on a lamp, so you had good lighting, and it was like, okay, and you'd be very careful. You pull it off very slowly because you didn't want to break it, right? You want to get it all off in one piece. And man, yeah, it's been a while since I did that. I'm gonna go.
I'm just glad I don't feel like I'm alone anymore.
Remember when you tried to get the biggest like sheet of
biggest
ball
nut
skin?
Scab?
Yeah. And it was good too, because like underneath of that, once you peeled that off, like the nut skin underneath of that was the softest thing you ever felt in your life. So, yeah.
I've held it. No, I'm not going to say that. That'll sound terrible.
I think, I think next time I go to Rite Aid, I'm going to get some Dial soap, and I'm going to try to replicate.
Yeah, a Dial soap and a Playboy. Take yourself back. Look the cashier in the eye and go, yeah, it's time for me.
Yeah.
You know who hasn't gotten a little attention around here? Me. And I've earned this.
Yeah, I'm going to take this home, and I'm not going to read any of the articles. What do you think about that? I'm going to take this Dial soap, and I'm going to do what an illiterate with a heart-on would do with this magazine. And I think you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I think the trick is jack off with the Dial soap. Wait a second. We have a guest.
Where?
Once again, it's hard to talk and do the engineering part.
You're doing great. This is the part of the show where we jump in. Is there a caller on the line? I can't hear anybody.
You want a full reference number? 646.
Yeah, he's
dialing it.
I think he didn't want to be part of the show until we started talking about jacking off with Dial soap, and then he couldn't resist. It was like...
And now he's going to come in here and school us.
Yeah. You know how they tricked Robin Hood into the archery contest? I think this is basically how he tricked Caller 23 into joining the show. We started talking about jacking off with Dial soap, and he could not resist. He's like, no, I have a lot of things to say about that. Well, that's good, because we only barely crossed over the hour.
Yeah, so it's post-show now.
Oh, so I should do the official ending of the show.
Yeah, however we do that without peas.
Yeah, no, I'm going to play the theme show. Or the theme song. And we're going to pretend it's the end. Alright?
Is there an ending theme?
Yeah, it's the same one as the beginning. You know,
we've already played
above,
like 4 times.
Here we go. Thank you for listening to Time for the Show! That was the regularly scheduled programming on freethinkradio.com. Stay tuned. Those of you who are Patreon subscribers and also just people that happen to still be listening for the after show. Allegedly, Caller 2030 is going to be joining us. Who's your blind eye, Fox?
Asian women.
That just gives me an excuse to start over the music bed.
What's tonight's music bed?
I did the Office thing and the one that you sent me.
Oh, Hypercube ambient long play MP3.
Yeah.
What a classic.
We got the Rubik's Cubes underneath of us right now.
You're cool guys. Do you know that?
Yeah, I think the world would be a better place if my DNA got mixed up with Vanessa's DNA.
Well, now you gotta fight a clown to do that.
I'm just saying.
Dating a clown. Living the dream.
No, it's not about dating. It's just literally, I'll just jack off into an envelope and send it to the Rubik's Cubes, and then she can, ingest that.
Frosted cake with it.
I think the world will be a better place. Can you imagine that offspring?
I already wonder about how many crazy bastard Chuli children there are out in the world, pitter-pattering their manic little feet all across the place. You sound like a loose sexual deviant, Fidd Chuli, with the way that you were able to do some. Trying to think of a disgusting way to put your disgusting acts. The way you were to spin some VD into your lady's Tetris town.
Well, that's all going to be put to shame once Caller 23 joins the after show, which is what you're listening to right now. Welcome
Lucky
to the
you.
after show.
You've made it. We're here. We did the whole show. There was so much in the show notes we couldn't even do the show. We couldn't even do the whole show. We didn't finish Proving Grounds. Once again, we didn't do Subgenius Court.
Well, we might be able to do Subgenius Court once Caller 23 gets here. Because Pease wasn't here. That was the whole reason we couldn't do Subgenius Court.
You're going to make him do a time for the show bit in the after show? You know, you announced that a guest was going to be joining us. And so now, you and I are on pins and needles, which I already am because I have a crippling heroin addiction that has formed in the past 8 months. But you have announced that a guest is going to join us, and knowing my subgeniuses, that either pumps them up and excites them. It's like, oh yeah, they let everybody know I'm coming. Everyone's going to get excited, and here I come. They're going to treat me like royalty, like I'm a fancy guest at a big dinner, at a big state dinner for royalty. And or they say, oh, well, they told everybody I'm coming, so the funnier thing to do is not show up and just let them fluster and buster about like a couple of rancid catfish after a noodling.
After a water wiggling. Yeah. That is something that he would do. Because he is Caller 23, and he's not a subgenius. He's a Discordian. So this would kind of be like, when they let Trump step over North Korean lines, us letting Caller 23 onto time for the show would kind of be the same thing.
Conceding?
Well, line 93 of the show notes does say Proving Grounds.
Does it?
Line 107, Louisiana's newest legal sport, noodling. Oh wait, we did that one already. That's when I confessed to fucking the water wiggle when I was 12.
Yeah, we got deep on that one. which is what Proving Grounds are for. They're supposed to, if you not only did we get like a slightly jaunty giggle out of my commentary, we got a rousing anecdote which took us into overtime from Fidd Chuli. We're not even done with the Proving Grounds yet, so it's just more gold waiting to be uncovered. You're succeeding at time for the show. You've done it.
Oh, did you hear that? I farted into the mic. You didn't hear that?
You got wonderful noise canceling features.
Damn it!
If it makes you happy, I'll tell you I heard it. It's a ripe little toot. A fluffy, one might call.
Yeah, assertive without being pushy.
Nintendo is Japanese for cervix. Play with my Nintendo, they'd say.
I think we should go to a song break to give Caller 23 a moment to join us, and then we'll be back with the time for the show, after show, starring Dr. Fox, Caller 23, and Fidd Chuli. What do you think?
I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm just kidding. I'm lying down.
All right. Well, this is the part where I put a song into the mix. You know what I did? I didn't mix it into an MP3 yet, Dr. Fox, but I made a mashup of Gullah Gullah Island and
Binya Binya Pollywog.
Gullah Gullah Island and Octopus's Garden by the Beatles.
But you don't have it in MP3 yet, so we were not able to share in the delight.
No, it's okay. What you're going to do is keep saying funny things while I mix that down.
I'm going to keep saying funny things? Is that a covert way of saying that I was saying funny things before? Was that like a secret underhanded compliment? Am I funny? Was I funny? I'll ask my wife. My wife, was I funny? It sounds like I did okay. I tried. I'm my best when I'm writing for Jimmy Fallon. He's my hero.
Alright, keep being funny.
Still? It's hard to be funny. I think I need to take some of those improv lessons.
I need you to be funny for just another second so I can play this. And by the way, the mashup's only like a minute.
All right, I'll do some improv. I need a place, somewhere to be, and a location.
Okay. Abortion clinic. You're wanted for murder. And you're at an abortion clinic. Go.
I was a little thrown off because at the beginning it sounded like you said you're at abortion clinic. And I thought it was like a space abortion. Because I know you're from Baltimore, and that's probably how they say it, in the streets up there. Is that, I'm going to go for abortion. But, sorry. I'm just a little more highfalutin with my my grammatical confluences.
Right.
How many abortions did you go for, Fidd?
Well, last time I was at Chuck E. Cheese, and I was rolling dead fetuses up the skee ball. What do you call that thing? The skee ball ramp? Yeah. You know when you're throwing those fetuses up the skee ball ramp, trying to get them in the 50 hole? And
you aim for the 100.
It's just impossible, and they just flail around. They just hit the backboard and fall down into the 10.
I had one walk up and crawl into the 10,000.
All right, well, we're gonna do a song break.
Prove it.
Caller 23 said he was gonna join, and that's gonna be. We're gonna settle some shit once he gets in here, because he's gonna join. He's gonna be all like, Caller 23 here. Turns out, next thing you know, I'm Caller 23, and I'm gonna run my 23 here for turns 47 minutes
next
straight.
Thing you know, I'm Caller 23.
Oh my god! Well, you got here just in time for the song break. Now I shouldn't even do a song break.
Great, because we got a dog to get into their own bed here. Privately.
What kind of dog is it? it like a puppy dog?
Mute.
Is it like a baby dog?
Does it mute?
Is it like a little dog?
Mute. Is it fucking mute?
All right, we're going to a song break. We'll be right back with the after show of Time for the Show right here on freethinkradio.com.
I'm just sitting here.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden near a cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
And we're back. That was a quick song break.
Not today, Satan.
We're here with Caller 23, Caller 23, Caller 23, and Caller 23 on the Time for the Show after show.
Not today,
Co-starring
Satan.
Dr. Fox and Fidd Chuli.
That's why we do the show at night.
I have listened to none of show. I am literally just here to tell you. Not today, Satan.
So nothing compelled you to join us on the after show? None of our witty banter or striking commentary seemed to rouse your interest tonight?
Florida positive take on your particular show is that it's in the medium. You know what I'm saying?
The message is the medium.
Or is it massage? It could be. Isn't that basically spelled the same way or something? I don't know how that goes. Anyway, the medium is the massage message. It's whatever it is.
So what was your favorite part of the show tonight, caller?
Well, I really liked the part where Pease apologized.
Really struck you, huh?
Yeah, that was the part that I really listened to big time.
Who's your favorite character on Time for the Show?
Probably Lucky Boy, or the lucky one, or whatever. Or
You didn't even hear the part about when I was in daycare and I fucked a water wiggle?
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't actually hear that.
You didn't hear about the part where I made a cast out of my scrotum with dried skin from antibacterial soap masturbation?
Nope. Also didn't hear that, although I endorse it 100%.
Well, we knew you would. That's kind of why we were hoping you were going to join us.
Jumping in now, like, hey, whatever I can contribute. I apologize for not being there for you guys. But, I'm here to do what I can do.
Just give us a good excuse. That's all. Just give us a good excuse.
My cholesterol is high. So basically I'm like peas. Anything the excuse that I give you to forgive me, stop listening to me at all. I'm just going to interject because the thing that I said is that my cholesterol is high.
Did you have a festive holiday brunch or light dinner?
We ate so many champagne. It was fucking incredible. I don't know about you guys, holiday season or whatever. We just had a great holiday season because I got to see all of my family, all of the people that I love the most. And I got to see literally all of them, and it's like, oh my god, this is fucking incredible. That was great for us. Yeah, it was great for us. How did you guys do?
Loving people is gay.
Nah, we love it though,
Do you kiss your dad on the lips?
Always. Always. Wait, what did you?
Do you grab the underside of his dial soap encrusted balls while you kiss him on the lips?
Never.
Why not?
I thought this was love.
I'm just answering questions here.
Do you love him or not?
Yes, I love him.
Okay. So you claim to love your father, but you also say that you don't grab him by the balls when you kiss him on the lips. So I'm a little confused here.
Correct. That's correct.
Which is it?
There's no if or there.
Jesus Christ, caller 23. Get your shit together. Come on, you're on the radio. You're on freethinkradio.com right now. Okay?
Yeah.
This is for real.
Think of the kids.
This is
Try and keep that in mind. Wait, what? Is that?
the thing about caller 23 is when you want him to run his pie hole is the only time he doesn't. But when you're trying to make a point, he has this uncanny ability to step all over you. Watch this. I'm going to try to make a point. Hey, caller. Hey, caller 23. I'm going to make a point. Are you ready?
Is that the right way to say that? Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
So,
did you say it, or is that? I don't know.
The reason that we have the Fifth Amendment that protects people against incriminating themselves in court, caller 23, this is the part where you immediately start to sloppily talk all over me, is because we can't have a fair court system, caller 23. This is where you step all over me. Unless we have a system in which the evidence must be brought against a person
Well,
accused of a
so
crime.
caller's 23 here, and I
then
just want to
it must be
interject the
hard
fact that
evidence,
I feel
otherwise they could
that
just ask anybody.
our energy doesn't have to be constrained into these
Excuse me.
particular poor
Excuse me.
holes
Oh, no, I was trying to make a point
that
there.
my
Excuse me.
opponent has proposed.
No,
But
well,
there
I
are
didn't
other
actually get
actual
to finish
poor
my
holes
point.
that are actually much better for us to be seeping
You didn't let me
blood
finish talking.
and anal
Actually,
fluids from in order to secrete the total
No, to be
amount
fair, I had a
of
point I
anal
was trying to
fluids
make,
that we
and
actually
you didn't
need
let
to
me.
secrete in a given calendar year.
Okay, no, you're gonna have your turn, but let me at least finish the point that I was trying to make. Because, now you just completely derailed me. So, the reason that we need a Fifth Amendment is because otherwise, why would we have...
I believe the Fifth Amendment is the defense that you won't say anything incriminating against yourself.
Caller, I was.
Is that right?
No, I was getting to that, but you interrupted me again.
Apologize for that.
Yeah. So as I was saying, what the fuck? What's wrong with you, caller? You're not nearly as good as interrupting me. Now that I
you're welcome.
For
you're
show
welcome.
purposes,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Wow. Man, I thought the one thing that I could rely on you doing is not letting me get through the first sentence of a multi-sentence point that I was trying to make.
The only thing that I was actually good for was not letting you get through the first sentence.
Yeah, but apparently you can't even do that because I just started making a point and you were completely silent. What the fuck, bro? You're losing your edge.
How dare you?
I don't even think you know how to play Battletoads anymore. Can you even get past the first level of Battletoads?
No, but his friend can. He's really good.
Yep. Bullshit.
The answer is yup.
Wow. You're being horrifically disappointing tonight, Caller 23. I mean, all of your fans, everybody who listens to What the Fuck Did I Just Show right here on freethinkradio.com. Right now, they're all disappointed. They're like, that's not Caller 23. That's not the Caller 23 I know.
Well, okay, so
that was really
Caller 23 here. Let me
all over Fidd Julie's point. And he would have kept talking while Fidd Julie was
Caller 23
in the first
when I
place.
offer
He
some
never
kind
would
of
have
crazy
stopped,
fucking
even if
question.
the person who was talking against him kept talking. Caller 23 would never stop talking. See, you just did it again. Wow. You're getting lame in your old age there, Caller 23. Are you okay?
I'm feeling good.
Well, how come you're unable to talk over me? Why?
Just trying to live life.
Remember that scene in The Grinch when Mary Lou Who was asking the Grinch why the Grinch was stealing her Christmas tree? That's how I feel right now. Why?
I feel very
Caller
good for you,
23?
my friend.
Why? My Christmas wish was for you.
You are my friend.
Just steamroll over me. And what I'm getting is nothing out of you. I'm the only one talking right now. You are my friend. Yeah, prove it. Steamroll over me. Totally shit on all of my points and talk over everything that I'm saying. Otherwise, you're not the Caller 23 that I fell in love with all those years ago. Okay? So far, I only hear one person talking right now, and that's me. And here you are.
You
on
are
the
my
line,
friend.
and what are you talking about? Nothing. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I'm the only one running my pie hole. This is the part where you're supposed to just steamroll all over me when I'm trying to make a good point. And you are supposed to have your point that you feel is infinitely more important than mine, and just stepping all over me with that. And you're not even talking right now. Who are you? Should I call the police? I need to file a missing persons report.
No.
This person is claiming to be caller 23, but they're not talking. They're not steamrolling over me as I'm making points. So I don't believe this is the real caller 23. Maybe
I'm
the real
already
caller
in
23
the car.
got murdered.
I'm already in the car. I am on my way to caller 23's house right now.
I'm worried about him. He let me get out dozens of words without even speaking.
I'm not here. I'm not here, bro.
Bro. Okay, listen. We just tell us who.
Just here, bro. I'm not here, bro.
Wow. A very uncharacteristic appearance by caller 23. You know, we even held the show over. We went into overtime thinking that, oh, hey, caller 23 is going to join. That's going to be great. He's going to be so caller 23-ish. It's going to be funny. And what did you do? You tuned in and you waited politely for other people to finish their sentences. That's very uncharacteristic of you. It's suspicious.
We're trying to do a show here.
Caller 23 here.
Okay, I'm 35 minutes away from caller 23's house. It says on my GPS.
Send me your position, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, I know it says send the you got like a send me your position, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but that would mean I'd have to operate my phone while driving. You'll have to wait until I reach a stoplight and I can safely.
Well, you're already driving. Come on, send the button, buddy. And then I'm gonna tell people. I'm gonna tell people on the air how this is going. I'm gonna give them updates on your position.
Yeah.
Send me your position, buddy. Oh, excellent. I'm trying to just back out of some of this. Also, this is...
Wow. Okay.
But I think Dr. Fox has sent some positive information at this point that indicates that he may, in fact, be heading this way. So, it's the initial data that we have points to the rough indication that maybe he is actually heading this way. It's what it looks like now, is that he's heading this way. It actually looks like that way very much. So...
Yeah, I mean, I just got to make sure you're safe.
And Dr. Fox, why are... Actually, when I'm sitting here looking at it, it's telling me that you're going at kind of a faster speed than... Why are you going so fast? Dr.
Because
Fox?
you sound like you're
telling me that you're going way faster than the speed limit is on those roads, which is probably like 45 or 55 or whatever, and Dr. Fox is apparently way speeding right now because he is, I guess, allowed to.
Caller
Anyway.
23, what is your stance on the big issue? Everybody wants to know.
What's the big issue?
The big issue. What's your stance on the big issue at hand? That everybody's talking about, the big issue, and everybody wants to know, well, where do you stand on the big issue?
Well, I am definitely for and against it.
So no foreign. Come on, you gotta give us more than
I'm
that.
for and against
Elaborate.
it. I'm for and against it.
All right. Well, you know, why did you join
I'm
the show?
definitely
caller?
for and definitely against it.
Yeah, you know what? You're lucky that I'm using your credentials to connect to freethinkradio.com right now. Because
You're welcome. I can't thank you more. You know, finally someone's gonna get some listeners.
Well, I do have to
On
give
this-
Dr.
on this
Ellis. Dr. Ellis, thank you. He gave me my Christmas gift. He changed my password and told me what the new one was. That was
You were really hoping for this Christmas.
yeah.
And
No,
you got it.
He did
You
it.
got one. Yeah.
He did it. It
That's
was
awesome.
It was.
That's
I felt like it warmed my heart. He said, "Yeah, I changed your password. Here's what it is now. Merry Christmas." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Aww,
Merry Christmas.
He cares. He cares about me." But you're fucking worthless right now, caller 23. You're worthless.
You're welcome. I believe you say you're welcome.
Yeah, no, you're worth. You got nothing.
You're welcome. Is that what you're saying?
You got nothing. You're a clinking, clanking, collisionous collection of collective junk. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm gonna say it again.
Call him a name.
You're
Call him a
welcome.
name.
And you know what? You're an N-word with a hard R as well. I hereby
Well,
call you that.
That's your opinion. and
I
that's your
hereby
choice.
call you that. No, you got
That's your,
nothing.
That's your choice,
No,
basically,
well,
is to use that descriptive. That's fine, whatever. I don't know how any of those descriptives even go nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so different. The system is so different from when I grew up. It's just, let's go back to the way that when I grew up in, like, 1989. You know what I'm saying?
what was that like?
Well, it certainly wasn't a situation where you had all these fucking menus for shit. Menus was the only way to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Menu was the only way to do shit. Then you have a Madonna sample written onto a floppy disk, a 5 1/4 inch floppy disk. And it's like, press 1 to hear the song, and it's like 3 seconds of Borderline. Or 5 seconds of Borderline, whatever. Just enough to let you know that it's Borderline by Madonna. Then, next thing you know, you turn around and it's like, oh, is this even really the reality that I should start working into? Because it seems like these guys have a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should probably just go to an orthogonal dimension from here, where all of you guys are valid, but only contribute to a single magnitude vector. And the next thing you know, like, I have a whole different reality of people to look at. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably what I should do right now, is just, like, cancel all y'all out and just like get into a new dimension of reality. Seems like it seems pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think? You started to go for a new dimensionality?
Yeah, I think it'll take you about 2.5 hours to do that. So
Yeah,
you might as well
it'll be
hang out
like
with us.
it'll be like 3 minutes. It'll be like 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah, but 3 minutes in caller 23 time is like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well, so it'll be like
Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Get you called 23. Let me drive all the way to his house, and before he like even there.
Are you coming over, Dr. Fox? I'm waiting.
I can
I'm
make sure
sitting here
all the way
waiting.
through. Okay.
I'm waiting. Come up. If you come through, then I will
I'm gonna
announce to everyone on this channel that we have received joy and peace in this long, dark season of the coldest of the weather that's gonna come around to you. You know, understand what I'm saying? Like, fucking, god damn it! I don't even know what I'm saying. God, Jesus! Come over, Dr. Fox, and I will announce that you are here.
Well, how about this? My birthday's in January. I'm gonna bomb your house on my birthday.
That'd be great too.
We had
Just bomb the house and then say that you were here, and let's get it going on Free Think Radio. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna masturbate all over your roof on my birthday.
No, you're not.
That's my present to me.
You're not gonna do that.
Well, not with that attitude.
Prove it, faggot.
Not with that attitude. That's all I want for my birthday is to masturbate all over your roof.
because for Christmas
Again.
I
Well,
missed that. I missed that.
haven't you been voluntarily self-celibate for the like eon or so? Stop touching in any manner? Or did you finally remember creep on you and you're like, I'm not gonna let people tell me what to do.
no, actually, yeah, for real, I
Make
did.
a good point. Make a good point.
I did not jack off for a long time. Just because, I don't know, it just seemed like after a while, it just seemed kind of pointless. Like, what am I doing? I'm pretending my left hand is a vagina, right?
Right, you're a lefty. You know that.
Oh, you're a
I'm
lefty.
All pleasure.
Yeah, I used to be a lefty too.
What are you now?
Oh, now I'm a righty.
Do you ever go in with
So it was a big deal. It was a change, you know. There's a psychological change between now I'm masturbating myself with my left hand and now I'm masturbating myself with my right hand. That was a really big change. That was a big day that happened.
What did you figure out about the universe? What mysteries of life unraveled to you as you migrated hands? And was gradual one day you just mixed it up?
Oh, listen to that. My battery is dying, and it also sounds like Dr. Fox's battery is dying. He goes,
You got full. You got.
yeah.
I'm driving.
No, get. Oh yeah, he's driving to callers to make sure caller is okay.
You have to get the show running, Fidd. You have to.
I'm over here, bitch. Where are you at? What road are you at right now?
I'm at the.
He's at Ronald Reagan.
He's at where?
Ronald Reagan.
No, that's too far west.
For reference number, 646.
See, if you show up here, then I'm gonna announce it on the radio, on this channel. We're gonna know. It sounds like you're close. It sounds like you're about 12 to 14 minutes away.
Well, if you're gonna do that, you need to sign into Free Think Radio yourself, because I'm about to. It's midnight now. My dick is about to turn into a pumpkin, so I'm gonna log off.
Truly, you were the only reason that I logged on.
You're giving up already, Fidd? Christmas.
You know what? I was gonna go long, but Dr. Caller 23 is not being very
I would recommend you going long. I would recommend you going long.
Yeah, except for the
As
fact that
Dr. Caller 23, I would recommend you going long.
yeah, but I don't think that you're actually the real. You're not the real Dr. Caller 23. You're not acting like him at all. It's very suspicious.
That's why I have
Who
to
do you
get out
think I
there.
am? Who do you think I am?
Get out there and make sure he's okay.
You haven't interrupted me a single time. You've let me get through like 12, 13, 14 sentences in a row without interrupting me.
You let him monologue.
Sometimes I'm drunk. Sometimes I'm drunk.
Uncharacteristic. They're not even drunk. How can you sign off of the show? How can you cut the Christmas special short when you're not even drunk?
Because my battery's gonna. I'm using my phone as my microphone, and my fucking phone battery's gonna die. But I don't know. I'll leave the stream open. I mean, hey, what else did I told the never before told story about how I masturbated into the community water wiggle when I was in daycare. Okay, I think I did my piece. All right, I contributed to the show.
New legend of Chuli lore. We didn't even grounds. What about Subgenius Court? Caller 23's here now.
Caller 23 here, and I am totally willing to judge your arguments in Subgenius. I'm the judge.
Oh, he's the judge. Okay.
I'm the judge, and I'm happy to, if you have a case to present in front of me, then I will judge on it fairly.
Right, what's the case? What case are we arguing?
Notes. I can. Car. Get it? Because can't read.
No, I can't hear because my fucking battery is dying. Fuck! Ah! Fuck! I just tripped over some shit. Ah! All right, what are we doing? Caller.
Go ahead.
Ow! Fuck! That fucking hurt. All right. Let me put. All right, what are we doing? Caller is the judge.
I'm gonna let you know something. You got my heart. You got my heart up in flames, and it's beating in like an 808, like boom, 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 like an 808, like boom, 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 boom. Oh, baby, you with my heart with it's like an 808.
Yeah, Fox, are you sure you really want to go forward with this?
I mean, we got.
Did you guys hear that correctly? Did I say that right?
My audio keeps
Wait,
breaking
that
up.
wasn't correct. That wasn't correct.
Yeah, no, I heard that. All right, so
You heard it. You did actually hear it.
I heard that. All right, so caller 23, you're the judge.
I am.
Okay.
I am the final authority.
All right. So what is the case? Since you're the judge, you have
Well,
to call
you
the
guys
case.
presented to me. You guys presented to me.
No, you're the judge. You have to call the case number and say what the fuck we're arguing.
Oh
about.
well, it's case 97001.AB773.
Yeah.
That's the case that I'm calling right now. Present it to me, prosecutor.
All right. Well, which one of us is the prosecutor?
Well, you presumably.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yep.
So
That's
Fox
right.
is the defense. Okay. All
Yep.
right.
Yep. Fox is on the fence.
Actually, I
Please,
was kind of
if it would please the court, I would appreciate if you would expedite your description of the case.
Actually, if it would please the court, I would prefer to be on the defense because I know that my client is definitely going to be guilty. So it would be a conflict of interest for me to prosecute my client since he already told me he's guilty. So if it would please the court, I would like to get switched to the defense.
All right, well, defense, make your case.
Okay, so here's the deal. When my client
What did he say to you? What did he say to you?
when my client masturbated into that water wiggle, he was also under the age of 18, okay? And he had just discovered masturbation, so it was very new to him and very exciting. All right? And my client saw the water wiggle in the toy chest of the daycare center. And what I submit to you, Your Honor, is that a 13-year-old in that position could not have resisted the swan song of that water wiggle, Your Honor. As a 13-year-old that just discovered masturbation, we cannot hold it against him that he had sex with that water wiggle that was the community water wiggle that all the other little kids played with.
That may be true. That may be true.
Well, that's my opening statement. So, let's hear what the prosecution has to say.
Well received. Yeah, if it would please the court, the prosecution's opening statement is well received.
No, that's the defense. I'm the defense.
We definitely understand the situation where people's feelings are compartmentalized into small boxes and then efficiently packed into there as the defense has done. However, we believe as the prosecution that there may be a better way that involves not stuffing people down into tiny little boxes.
Wait a second, are you the prosecution or the judge? Alright, I move that the judge is biased in this because the judge just referred to themselves.
Well, who's the prosecutor? Who's the prosecutor? Where are they at? Fox, where are you at?
You didn't let him give his opening statement yet.
Make your case. I think I see how this is going, but make your case.
Do you want a full reference number? 646.
Wow, I think silence speaks volumes. I think that's what his He's making a bold move by being completely silent.
It's a strong statement. It's a strong statement. And the way that we litigate over this sort of scenario is that basically the one that abandoned the case is wrong, and the person that went forward with the case is right. That's basically how we do it. So, Fidd, I'm sorry to have to report this to you.
No,
but
he
you have been
abandoned, not me.
awarded. I'm sorry to have to report this to you, but you have actually won this case and are able to wear the crowns of all of the regalia of everything that it takes for having won. You're welcome.
So you're saying now that this is case law that I have the right to go into any daycare center in the United States and masturbate
you're
in their
allowed
water wiggle?
because of the number of feet, the way that you have to be, if you're allowed technically to be around there, then yes.
Okay. So I
we all know you have a couple of problems with it's certain boundaries, whatever where the ankle bracelet starts to vibrate. You know what I'm talking about? So whenever that stuff happens, then you need to get up into that.
Around my balls. Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get past it, but until then.
All right.
Also, quick question here: why the fuck?
No.
Question. Why the fuck?
That question is supposed to be answered on your show. What the fuck did I just show? That happens on Sunday
No,
nights.
that would be the why the fuck did I just show on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Sunday nights. What the fuck did I just show? You have no right.
You have a show, Fidd?
You have no right to ask me why.
You don't have a show.
Yeah, hello? I know.
Hello?
What's your show?
I don't have a show.
It's called the Time for the Show. .com.
Yeah, no, I don't have a show. I just all I have is a password to Freethink Radio. I don't actually have a show. I just bust in here and run my fucking pie hole, and for some reason everybody deals with it.
I'm trying to deal with it. Hello?
They must be a bunch of pussies. They just let me bust in here and run my pie hole, and they don't say anything to me.
You've been saying plenty. Hello?
All right, there you are, Fox. You did die for a minute there, and now we can hear you again. Welcome back.
I was trying to bring my kiss. You guys kept stealing right for me. You didn't say nothing. I worked weeks on this.
Wow, you sound like shit. Your connection sounds like shit.
Is this better?
A little bit, yeah. Keep running your
What is this?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Nope.
Is caller 23 okay? Is caller 23 okay?
Checking in. 100%, sir.
I'm in a tunnel. Can you hear the tunnel? It's singing. Hello.
Doctor.
Is it time for the show?
Doctor, Is
it time for the show?
Doctor, you were in a reality bubble that it was never time for the show.
funny yet?
Yes, you can.
Nope. Yes.
Is the-
Yeah. Actually, the more you say it, the more it becomes meta, and it does become funny. Yeah.
Is the show funny yet? We there yet? Hello?
Well, I'm actually listening to positive hits and hip hop right now. You guys can have whatever show you want, but in the background, caller 23 jumping in here. I'm gonna let you know something right now. In the background, we got positive hits and hip hop, and it is tight.
On your FM, are you listening to positive hits and hip hop?
You want a full reference number?
We're maintaining with positive hits and hip hop. It's very tight and it's extremely awesome.
This is my favorite part of the show. Did you do the
Yeah, it's
yet?
our favorite part of the show. That's right.
Did you do the bit yet?
I did it. I did it on behalf of Peace. He was gonna do it.
Did you appear as Pete and Clover say?
I played the theme song, and then I told caller 23 that he was a piece of shit, and I think that accounts for all of my responsibilities this week.
Who won some Genius card?
I don't know. Are you guys going to present an argument yet?
Well,
I'll tell
who
you as
are
soon as you
you?
present an argument. Well, I'm the judge.
Are you the judge?
I'm the judge.
What is Fidd?
The prosecutor, I imagine. But who's the client?
I presented my argument.
From what perspective?
Who's trying to defend themselves?
Fidd was trying to defend himself? Did the court establish jurisprudence and probable cause?
The
Who
court
was
has...
Who was prosecuting Fidd? People? The people v. Fidd Chuli?
The court has decided in this special case, where there's special case of special case people, and there's also a special case of like special case stuff, and then everybody's got special case. And then the next thing you know, when you're on a special case, yes, I can hear you. Call it 23, I can hear you.
Making sure. I can hear you. I just wanted to make sure you can hear me. But I can hear you. Keep going. Do you have a blind eye?
Who's your blind eye, caller?
Who's your blind eye, caller 23? I'm screaming. That make it funny? On the air.
Here's my blind eye. Are you guys ready for a blind eye?
No.
Yes. Tell me your blind eye, caller 23. Sid said he wasn't ready. I guess it's up to you whether or not you want to take his feelings into consideration on this matter, or whether you might want to confront him for his hostile nature. Would I be interested in hearing blind eye, caller 23?
Use your blind eye, caller.
Are you guys there? Are you doing the bit? Can't hear you. I think connection out again. Are you still doing the bit?
Use your blind eye, caller 23.
You guys doing it? I hope caller 23's okay.
I want to play Nintendo. I want to go home and play Nintendo.
Why? So you can look at like a bunch of CG model tight pants, wiggle virtual hips in front of your screen? Are you like some sort of weird video game fetishist?
It'd be nice.
Which Nintendos are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play the Nintendo 41.
What's your favorite Nintendos?
Luigi Butt Rapes Mario.
I have that one, the 3D1. Pretty good. It's cutting-edge technology for children.
I'm killing the show right now.
Why?
I'm about to kill it.
What would you do to think? You can just leave it right. You can walk away. I'll just stand here.
Point to the area where the show touched you.
I'm going to continue doing the bit where I'm in the car.
Point to the area where the show touched you. Where did the show touch you?
I'm not in a bathroom yelling into a towel.
Because you suck.
I'm in a car.
And
in a
caller
tunnel.
23 sucks. I'm just gonna I'm gonna clam it. I'm gonna clam it right here.
Who won some Genius Sport?
Caller 23 has pissed me off in a way that he is not the way that I wanted him to piss me off. He pissed me off in a completely different way.
What did I do?
What did you do? I mean,
what did I do?
What didn't you do? What did you
I did the show. I wrote the show.
All right. Well, keep doing the show. What do you got?
I'd have to read my notes.
Okay, hold on. Let me dial up the notes real quick. Line 92 says one of them, and the line 93 says a Cape Cod diver was just swallowed and spit out by a humpback whale.
Whale comments did not appreciate taste of Old Bay seasoning. From Baltimore. Right? Was it?
Delicious on shrimp.
What's wrong with you, Caller 23? How come you can't interrupt us? You have failed to interrupt Fox and myself. There's two people here that you have been able to interrupt, and you haven't done such for even the two of us. Even as I speak right now, you have not yet said, hey, Caller 23 here, talking over the person that's trying to make a point Next thing you know, nothing. What's your excuse, caller 23?
It's really important to Fidd that you talk over him. He gets mad when he must be really mad because you didn't.
Why are you letting me speak, caller? Why are you letting me get more than half of a sentence out before you open your pie hole? I'm worried about you, bro.
I gotta make sure he's
got that.
okay.
Do you want a full reference number? 646.
Apologize for that.
Damn. That's not good, Fox. Do you hear that?
Is he not okay?
I don't think he's okay.
Can you find the coordinates? Can you have
I'm
caller
gonna
23
trace-
have him send
Yeah.
you a picture of
The
Today's
only
newspaper.
person that can save me is if Dr. Cox comes up here right now.
Okay, caller. I'm gonna need you holding a newspaper next to your dick and giving the OK sign with your left hand,
left hand, not the right.
just to know you're safe.
Post it in chat.
Wait, I'm just
Flop your dick over today's copy of the New
logging
York
into my
Times.
phone now. Okay, why don't I have
Okay,
today's
sign.
copy of New York Times?
Give the OK sign.
I have Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking Without Willpower. How does that sound? The best-selling quit smoking method updated for the 21st century includes
Flop your
quitting
peen
vaping.
over top of that, and then take a picture with you giving the OK sign with your left hand, so we know you're okay. And go. And scene. And action. And the ring. And go. Nothing. Dr. Fox! I'm
Yes.
worried about it. I don't think he's okay.
You didn't get a picture of Herman Melville's Moby Dick?
No, I didn't.
You
Alright, so
So
am I
it's an
just going
extending
to
tool,
leave this
and-
music bed going and let you guys figure this shit out while I piss on my porch?
why don't you piss on your porch and then come back and disconnect the stream?
You know what I
Like,
like
go-
about pissing on my porch is that it's like
Just-
there's tiles that are on 90
just-
degree angles and they have like grout.
Establishes dominance.
So I just piss right on the cement that has these 90-degree grout, and it looks like traffic. Like the piss follows the grout at 90-degree angles, and it's like it looks like an Atari game or something.
Piss invaders.
Yeah, because like once the piss hits that 90-degree angle, like half of it splits off to the left and half of it keeps going, and then another half of it splits off to the right. It's like three halves. It's awesome. And then once that half that splits off reaches the next vertical piece of grout, it goes down that line. It's fun. Listen to that. Wow. Caller 23 is definitely in trouble. If he had nothing to say on that, then I'm
Posted
worried
in
about
the
it.
general channel, there's a picture of my hand masturbating to the Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking Without Willpower book, which includes quitting vaping.
All right.
There I am masturbating to it. What more do you want from me? Oh, nothing? I guess it's, from what you're saying, nothing. That
You're
was
right.
enough?
You're right, Fidd. Something's not right because I'm at Caller 23's house and he's not here.
Holy shit. Hold on.
No,
Let me
I think I'm gonna have to call the police.
Oh my god. He is actually here. He is here. He is here. Talking to my own microphone. I made it. I found the source of the signal. You're actually here.
Yeah.
Well, this phone call is about to get ended then, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I turn that shit off?
I don't know. It's still peeing.
What? Where was I I couldn't send you my location. Why?
You know how hard it is to pull 3 layers of pants back up after you piss? This is bullshit.
That's why I turn off.
You know who my blind eye is?
I'm sitting here broadcasting.
My blind eye is... I told... It's fucking 30 degrees here in Central Florida. And then somebody was like, oh, well, where I am, it's like 5 degrees. And I'm like, well, fuck you. You live in Minnesota. I live in Florida. My Florida 30 is colder than your Minnesota 5. Fuck you. And stop trying to shit on my story about how cold I am. You have no empathy. Is Fox really there? Uh-oh. I think he is. Uh-oh. You hear that in the background? Sounds like Fox actually showed up to Caller's place. We're about to find out. Yeah, I hear some bottles clinking. Okay. So for the record, yeah, Fox and Caller live about, 40 minutes apart from each other. So Fox might have actually called Caller on his bluff about, hey, come up here. Go ahead, do it. Do it, you faggot. So it sounds like he actually did. Uh-oh. So my blind eye is, when you go to the Chuck E. Cheese and you're playing in the ball crawl and you have to take a shit and you bury yourself in the ball crawl and you take a shit, like not on top of the balls, but you bury yourself and you take it way underneath and people act like you did something disgusting. It's like, no, I didn't shit on top of the balls at the Chuck E. Cheese. I buried myself. My asshole was at the very bottom of that. None of the balls, like the kids, the balls that they throw at each other, they pull off of the very top layer of the balls. It's fine. All right. Oh, we're still listening. I think we're hearing the background of Caller 23's house right now. Dr. Fox just showed up. They still haven't got on mic. This is going to be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing sports history in the making. Dr. Fox has started the broadcast from Orlando, Florida, the future capital of the former Spanish Empire. And it appears that he has now transmitted his ass up to Caller 23's place, which is about 45 minutes away in Central Florida. We are still standing by to confirm these results. America is on the edge of its seat to know, did Dr. Fox actually drive up there and show up at Caller 23's house? Or was it a big ruse? We are all still waiting to find out. Of course, as the commentator for NBC, I will be sure to let you know as any relevant and confirmed information comes my way. I will pass that along to you. But right now, we are in a very tight and oh, what was that? Hey, get your ass on the mic! America is waiting. And by America, I also mean Canada. You know, the 51st state. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might actually be the case that Dr. Fox showed up there. Well, I guess this is part 3 of Time for the Show, so I'll play the theme music again. And then you know what? I'm gonna fucking go. Fuck this shit. Yeah. So, if you don't hear me running my pie hole for a second while the music plays, it's because I'm going to be texting them to try to figure out if the two of them are actually in the same place or not. Because the other thing that could have happened is that caller gaslighted me about the fact that Dr. Fox showed up at his house. And they're going to continue to let me wait for them to get on the air. But it's been long enough now. So I'll tell you this much. I'm going to play the Time for the Show theme song, just like the show's going out. And if one of them doesn't pipe up and, you know, spew their pie holes before the song is over, then I'm going to call it goodbyesies. And normally it would be the part of the show that I thank you for listening, but who fucking cares about this shit? It's like, it's the holidays, and this is actually some bullshit too. You there, Fox? This is your last chance. I'm going to sign out. I'm playing the song. Alright. Well, in case that they don't jump on, which is, they probably won't. This is Fidd Chuli on behalf of Dr. Fox and Reverend Pease for Time for the Show. Thank you for listening, broadcasting out of the future capital of the former Spanish Empire, Tampa Bay, Florida. We now return you to your regularly scheduled Free Think Radio program.